Alright, this is my first attempt at a video blog for the www.truerebel.ca website where my blog is posted, and I just wanted to share something that I do with some of the student groups that I talk to. One of my favorite things to do, but also something that it's pretty sad, but it's very, very memorable. Usually near the end of some of these sessions, I'll pull out the $20 bill, and it's amazing because, all the students' eyes light up. They get all excited. Ooh, there's money out there, And I'll ask, hey, how much is this worth? People will be like, yeah, it's worth $20, man. It's $20. Well, who wants it? And people get all excited. Yeah, I want that, right? And they get all excited, and I start crumpling it, and they're like, whoa. What's going on here, We don't treat money that way. And people are like, oh, what's going on? So I crumple it up and I'm like, hey, how much is this worth? And people are like, yeah, it's worth $20. That's still worth $20. Well, who wants it? Yeah, everybody still wants it. Then I drop it on the ground, just step on it a little bit, grind some dirt in there, get it all nice and mucky, and I lift it up again. Hey, how much is this worth? And everyone's like, yeah, that's worth $20. Well, who still wants it? Yeah, I want it, people. Then I give it a nice fork like that, a big spit on there, nice spray for show, and now people are really freaking out. They're like, what the heck, man, that's gross, what? But when I lift it up and say, hey, how much is this worth? Kids are still like, yeah, it's worth $20. And even though some people are a little grossed out, when I say, who wants it? Most of the hands are still going in the air. Yeah, I want that $20 bill. People are on the edge of their seats. Sometimes when I drop it on the ground, they're ready to scramble for it and grab it. So is the power of money. But it's a sad thing. Because we recognize, whether this thing gets crumpled or stepped on or spit on, we still say that it has the same value. It still has the same worth. People still want it. They're clamoring for it. They're on the edge of their seat for it. The reality is that this is actually only worth, a fraction of a cent. But we, put some green dye on there, slap the number 20 on, put the Queen's face on, and we as a society decide together that this is worth $20. And if I give it to you, you will give me $20 worth of goods or services. We're so good at recognizing the value of a fraction of a cent piece of paper. But we're not very good at doing the same thing with people. People who are around us in our everyday lives. You see, people go through things. Everybody. Things happen to them. We do things. We have experiences where we feel as if our own value has been diminished. Other people around us as well, we feel like it's okay to knock them down or make fun of them or treat them a certain way because of things that we do or say or even wear. I mean, it's interesting that we can always remember that this is worth $20, but we forget with people how valuable we are. See, there are experiences that we have where it feels like we've been crumpled. Things that we go through or have done that makes us feel like we are stepped on or even that we get spit on. And we forget that while we realize this is always worth $20, that from the day that we were born until the day we die, we never lose the value that we have. This infinite worth of each human being is never diminished. It only gets diminished here in the way we think about ourselves and in the way we treat other people. How do we treat the homeless person on the street? How do we treat the person struggling with mental health in our own community? How do we treat the person who we think is a little bit overweight, or the person sitting next to us in class who we think smells bad? And there's all kinds of reasons, whether it be culture or the way someone dresses or the music that they listen to, that we treat people differently and we forget the value they have. We go to McDonald's and we order like less than $5 worth of food, and if the waitress gets our order wrong, we get all pissed off and we treat her like crap. Well, this is less than $5 worth of food. How much value and worth does that person serving you have? Infinite. Same thing happens with our parents when they get cut off in traffic and we see what they do and the things that they yell to the people who cut them off in traffic. Well, what are we really talking about here? Maybe you lost 5 minutes of your time, but the driver of that other car has infinite value and worth. A stupid green piece of paper. And we do a better time of recognizing its value than the most valuable thing that's around us every day, and that is each other. If we could remember that, if we could know that no matter how crumpled up or stepped on or spit on we feel, no matter how crumpled up or stepped on or spit on the experiences in other people's lives might make them appear to you or might make them feel about themselves. Each person has infinite value and worth. And if we could learn that, if we could discover that this stupid green piece of paper is worthless and meaningless in comparison to the people around us in our lives, what an absolutely rich and new mindset we would have every day. How our eyes would be open to seeing and experiencing life in a new way. This is what the true rebel does. Remembering that value of the people around us and having it come out in the respect and dignity and love that we're showing to each person. This is my first video blog. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if it's successful, we'll do more in the future. Thanks to my buddy Chris for running the camera.